Hey guys, and welcome to the first ever TMS Talk. This is kind of a podcasty thingy, and today we have me, the Mr. 92, we have Atze, and Overdose Chair is gonna with us today. Now Overdose will join later. So the idea behind TMS Talks is we just talk about our experience, maybe answer some questions that you guys have. So if you have questions or an own opinion, some people have that, be sure to just write it in the chat over there. Okay, everything is mirrored, my bad. Over there, and we do it. Hello, Overdosed.
I don't have keys.
You don't have keys? What is keys? Ah, you're locked in your room? Nice. Welcome, Edip.
Yes, of course.
So, as said, today's topic, I didn't say it yet, is PC Master Race versus the console peasants. And Edip, Overdosed, you're beautiful. Marry me. So I would say we start off.
He wants the D.
He wants the D, definitely.
Yeah, fuck off.
It even rhymes. I would say we just start with things like, what are our experiences? Did we ever play console? Because we all know we're all PC players, but do we enjoy playing on console as well? Or what are our thoughts to the whole console wars PC Master Race thing? Someone wanna start, or?
Oh, yes. Of course, I will start because I'm the most knowledgeable out of the group. Yes.
Do it. Tell us.
No.
No, I'm shy. Can I please leave?
Actually,
wow, console Master Wars, yeah? Master
yeah,
Race.
console Master Race.
Yeah? Imagine this. They thought they're gonna get 4K when the console released, and they got 900p.
Yeah, that's already a good point.
Wow, 30 FPS gameplay. Oh my god, I can't even like play Tetris at 30 FPS. How can...
actually, that's a pretty controversial topic.
Oh, no. Controversial topic is you can only see 12 FPS.
Yeah.
Actually, I started with a console.
Same here.
Back in my days, there was the Nintendo 64. Then I had so much fun playing it.
PlayStation 1. Boy.
Same
Really?
Here. Same here.
Yeah.
So I started as well. I mean, the first thing that I can remember of was the Amiga 500, I think it's called. Played very weird stuff on that. I don't have a clue. But in my early days, I played PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. We skipped the 3 for some reason. And
PlayStation 1.
Because we never upgraded to the 3. I was like, I wanna get a PC then. Fuck you all.
PlayStation 1, yeah. I imagine good experiences. Yeah.
What did you play there, Overdosed? What was up to date in Lithuania up there?
I brought it when it. I didn't buy it when it was up to date, fam. I got it like I got it when I was 5. Very nice. I played Spider-Man and like Forza game. I remember Spider-Man didn't beat a boss, so I just quit the game. Then I used to play Mario.
So you had a Nintendo as well?
I don't know what the fuck it's called, but I remember playing Mario.
Game Boy?
Game Boy?
Had Game Boy, played on PSP.
Oh yeah, PSP, I had that as well. By the way, guys, in the chat, you can talk with us as well. Just tell us your experiences, or if you have any questions or any topics that we should go past.
Then after that, when I was in the second grade, my mom brought a computer, and my mom's brother used to play World of Warcraft.
Ooh, okay, that's a
good old days. Then I noticed, like, I didn't know anything about the PCs, so I was like, my PC is the best. It doesn't run games great because the games are from the flash drive. It didn't even have 1 gig of RAM. Nice. Windows XP.
If I might stop you right there, Edip wrote, well, I had a PSP in the beginning, was really funny, then I got an Xbox 360, but actually it forced me to hate Microsoft, because I hated it, and then I got a PS3, what was legendary. Now I have a PC and would never switch to a console again. Yeah, that's a good part. I mean, we all grew up with consoles because PCs were, at least my generation, so to say, because PC was just fucking expensive, and the whole PC gaming area didn't really start until, I would say, early 2000s. Before that, there wasn't really much to do there. I mean, there was pinball, there was paint, there was no internet, so that was the only two things we handled. And I think I speak for everyone in this fucking world.
There was something called Moorhuhn. I don't know the English word.
Yeah, I don't know either. The chicken thingy where you shoot them. Yeah, that was a pretty cool thing as well. I mean, I already played CS 1.6 when I was 6 years old, Road Edit, and I think I started CS 1.6. I think I played that when I was 12.
Yeah, me too.
A fucking PC with 256 megabytes of RAM when I was 6. Boy!
My first actual PC that I had for myself, that was my PC, had unbelievable 333 megahertz, 64 MB of RAM, and a graphics card with 16 MB VRAM.
Imagine
that
this.
Was incredible.
Imagine this, adding bots to Counter-Strike 1.6 and then waiting until they load with lags and everything.
Yeah, ooh. I know that too. So, we are all, for now, PC gamers. What is your reason that you guys say, okay, I'm not touching a console, or I'm not getting an additional console, or I would never say, okay, I have not enough money, I will sell my PC and get a console instead? What are your thoughts about that?
Selling a PC. You're telling me to sell my PC, which I have internet for, free internet. No, not free internet.
Free internet. Not one, not two, but free internet.
No. Free internet, right? I do not need to pay 60 quid for an for that's another true, yeah. Internet connectivity shit.
That's a big part, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, many people say, I mean, nowadays, right now, it's fucking right. If you build now a PC with the RAM prices and the graphic cards prices are insane. If you want to get into mid-range or high-end range. But actually, if you buy a PC, or build a PC better said, because else you won't save any money, then I think PC isn't that much more expensive. And you get every PC game at least for 10 euros cheaper. Every year you save 60 euros for online gaming. If you have 10 games and play for 2 years, you have the same price for at least 5
years of like premium shit like Xbox Gold or something like that, right? You can buy Ryzen APU or something like that, and then you can upgrade it later. Yeah. But Ryzen APU is like Xbox One or something? Like the fucking APU thing. It's as powerful. No. It is as powerful as 1030. So you wouldn't need to fucking change anything. You just need to buy RAM, and RAM is the prices now.
Yeah, that's true.
At the moment.
At the moment. Yeah. I can't tell how it will evolve, but I guess it's getting cheaper. Then the next GPU series is coming soon as well. By the way, Edip wrote the performance, the advantage of keyboard and mouse, and don't having to pay for online games, and that is really pissing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the online gaming.
The thing is
really good.
We really should distinguish between PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo consoles.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because for me, there would be no reason to have a PlayStation or an Xbox, because the only advantage I have is exclusive titles, which are nowadays you get it 6 months later.
No. Talking about exclusives. Does Microsoft Xbox have any exclusives?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yes, PC and Xbox are the same shit. We are getting cross-platform with them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, why do like Xbox and PS4 don't get cross-platform games like multiplayer games?
Because PlayStation is by Sony and they don't speak our language, so.
Now listen to this, like
exclusive experience 30 FPS bullshit mainstream game, Edip.
Nah, I understand the cross-platform game.
I mean, Last of Us has a great story. Yeah.
Okay.
Back in a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Listen to me. Don't interrupt me. Listen to me. I understand the cross-platform games, right?
Mm-hmm.
For like shooting games on PC and on console, it wouldn't be nice. But why cannot they have like shooter games between PS4 and Xbox?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
just,
really good
like,
question. Sony just doesn't want to jump on that train of cross-platform for whatever reason. I mean, there are games that are already having it. For instance, Rocket League is one of the leaders in cross-platform stuff, in my opinion. So they did it. So it is possible. I don't know why. I mean, the perfect thing would be to have one general platform social connection thingy. Like I can add in Steam my Sony friends or whatever. That would be the best thing ever. But
wait. If they made PS4 able to use Steam, do you think anybody would pay for their service though? Would anybody
that's
pay?
the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's the point. They keep up their servers, they keep game servers, but the thing is, games keep their own servers. You don't need to pay for their servers.
I mean, it depends. A lot of PC games have their own hosted servers. So, for instance, Ark, you can host it on your own machine. Minecraft, basically, too. But in general, things like Battlefield or something are on the PC as well. Servers by the game developer or by EA in this case.
Yes,
by the
game
publisher.
developer, not a not PS4 premium service provider.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what really is the difference there. I don't get it why they do it like that, but yeah. So Edip wrote, I don't understand why people with a console say that a console is better, but actually have never played on a PC. But when they do, OMG, this is so good, why haven't you told me earlier? Yeah, that's a big point. Many people don't actually have both sides. I mean, there are many PC players that played earlier days on console or have a friend that plays on console, but many console players never played PC. That's why so many are like, there is no difference in graphics. You can't play with a controller. I mean, that's the stupidest thing ever. I can fucking use a Wii remote for my fucking PC. Sea Salt Chris, welcome to the stream, console master race, kappa.
One more thing.
Yes.
Like, I remember showing my friend came and like, English people here only use like PS4s or Xbox. PS4s and Xbox are more popular here.
Mm-hmm.
But when I showed my friend Counter-Strike Go, he was like, okay, I'm getting a PC. Boom.
I mean, there is a big difference. It was a Lithuanian friend, right?
Nah, Polish.
Polish, yeah, Slavic. They all play. Of the east of Germany, there is only Counter-Strike. Eddie, can you ask Overdose if he's Polish? Overdose is not Polish, he's Lithuanian. But that's pretty close to it, actually.
No Polish.
It's a Slavic country, so... I don't know, is Slavic offensive? No, right? Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, we were just talking if Slavic is a racist word. Not really, maybe a little bit.
In a biological term, it is a race.
Hey, boy.
As same as.
Fine with it. Like.
Okay, I call you my Slav boy. So yeah, we had a good point, which was many PC players played with consoles earlier in the days, but many console players say consoles are better, but they never played actually on a PC.
If you were smart, you would buy a PC. And if you don't know how to fucking build a PC or like don't want to spend money for a pre-built, you can buy a console. I don't mind it. If it's easier for you. If
Same
you wanna
here.
pay
Same
no.
here.
If you wanna pay 50 quid for an internet like yearly, you can do that. Or you can have a PC like and upgrade it like you don't fuck, I cannot tell my point. You know console midpoints when they release new consoles. Midlife releases like Xbox One X and shit. with the PC, I could like just buy a new graphics card and I wouldn't need to spend money for a full new Xbox.
Yeah.
So basically, you're wasting money by not upgrading consoles.
Yeah,
Like-
the generation switch is very hard. But yeah, I think I know what you're saying. I see it the same. If you are playing on a console, it's fine. We are not like PC Master Race because we mean like everyone is a scrub that not plays on PC. But the whole PC Master Race thing started as a joke. And many people were offended and didn't understand the joke.
What do you mean?
The thing
12
is,
FPS?
the thing with PC Master Race started because a console player said a console is better than a PC. And he didn't specify why. If you are a person hardworking and you barely have any time to care about anything, but you love to play, I don't know, Call of Duty, Minecraft, whatever the console scrubs play. No, I'm kidding. I'd say your house is burning, get out of there. No, if you just play it very casual and it's easier for you to play, we're all happy that you play, because the biggest thing is anyhow gaming Master Race, not PC Master Race, gaming Master Race, fuck the mobile players. Kidding. Kidding.
Well, mobile players.
Wait for you T-Mobile.
But the point is definitely,
buttons.
we are fine if you play on console. We won't change your mind. We can tell you, yeah, a PC is better, which is a fact. I mean, it depends. If you don't have time for anything, you won't get a PC because you won't work on it anyhow. And you just have it for gaming, plus Windows updates, plus caring a lot for the structure of the PC, is a lot of work.
Wait!
So, console
What
is
do you mean
easier to
Windows
use.
updates? What do you mean Windows updates? Boy, you can install old Windows or anything like that. You can install Linux or anything like that.
True.
And the thing is, the updates aren't like required like in consoles to, I think,
That's true.
you can do shit. I'm just mad that they don't have a cross-platform with PC and stuff.
Yeah. But the one big thing I want to say about PC Master Race is we won't brag that we have that and that, as long as people don't say things like the PS3 has more power than a PC, which is just wrong. I mean,
No.
imagine that. You go into a fucking shop, buy a PS4 Pro and say, my console is better than a PC. And the guy with the PC maybe has a weaker PC, but spends a lot of work on his build. It's his baby. He raised it, he worked on it, and then you just went 30 minutes to Walmart and tell him, I did the good thing. You're just depressing us. We're working hard to have our experience as we like it, and you just go and get your default off the fucking production line product and tell us we are not investing in the right thing. Because PC is not just gaming, it's work and it's a hobby.
Imagine PC as this. You know a pack of cigarettes that's already made, right? And you buy like tobacco. Tobacco is cheaper. You get more of it. Better. Boom. And you can roll the cigarette as how you want. Boom. Or you can buy a pack of cigarettes for like...
It's a hard comparison.
Yeah, it's not true. Because
if the
in
rolled
terms
cigarettes
of
were
quality-
better and more expensive, then it would be a good example, if you ask me.
No,
The
I
thing
mean
is,
like...
you can't compare this because you'll never get the filter quality of a rolled cigarette that you get from bought manufactured cigarette.
Filter quality.
By the way, I didn't laugh because of what you said, but Eddie wrote, his PS4 is more powerful, I just throw my PC on him and he's dead, who is more powerful than... Good example.
No, the thing is, in optimization problems, there is a theorem called the no free lunch theorem, which means that for any given algorithm, there is no best algorithm for every problem.
Yes.
And that's the same thing here. a PC is just a generalization of a console. This wasn't obvious in the times of the Nintendo 64 or the PS1 because nobody cared about the specifications and
they just tried to get the best games out of the same thing, yeah.
And but now with the PS3 you have specs on which graphics card is in there. And you can draw the line between PC components and console components.
Yep, that was not possible in PS1 Nintendo 64 area. That was just not a thing. Seesaw Crisp, a nice comment. Every PC is better than a console because you can kill yourself with Windows. I'm gonna install Linux now. Okay.
I have a question. I have a question. Which game on a console runs at 144 Hz though? Just one question. Is there even a single game like that?
Not. The consoles are limited to 60. They're frame capped there because they know most people play on TVs.
Yeah, so, and wait. Yeah. The thing is, I wish console. I would buy a console if I could like set the settings on the game like I like it, like customizing the game.
Yeah.
I could choose if I want to get better performance or better graphics, but now they choose it for you and they're like, ooh, 30 FPS, ooh.
I mean, one big part is definitely I can turn down the graphics and have a bigger render distance, which is, for instance, important for PUBG or something.
PUBG, really you mean 12 FPS on the fucking Xbox?
He's not that wrong. PUBG runs like crap on consoles, that's true.
They could have did a smart thing. Phone version on Xbox. Phone version is like better than the PC version. Like not by graphics but by the gameplay. Like looting is easier and stuff. Like it's simplified, but it's easier to understand the game.
Yeah. I mean, for instance, Far Cry 5 is a big topic there as well, because the weapon selection and so on is on the PC in like grid formation, and on console you just have to use your stick and just left is this gun, right top is that gun. I would love to have that. I would love to have that feature that is just optimized for them, but that would work with a mouse as well. Why do you do that decision? Design decisions are very related to consoles because games are primarily made for consoles first, because they know the limits there, and afterwards they can try to optimize or even increase quality, performance, everything. But
games are made on PC for consoles.
That's the reason why Microsoft decided to make a universal platform for Xbox and PC. To make the development easier and have like a one platform for two
groups of players.
Yeah.
Only thing I'm thinking
the same
about
game
is probably buying Nintendo Switch. Oof. Nintendo
That's
Switch.
a good point. It's a very additional console in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you want to go into gaming, just the Switch is not enough.
Or GPD Win. I don't know which one.
Because the thing is,
GPD Win, like the second iteration, can actually run games like PC games, full games.
I would really love to read Adib's comment.
Which one?
The biggest problem are the companies that are trying to be mad on each other because it's good for the marketing and they just can continue with their €70 game. That's true for almost every big game company nowadays.
Yeah.
You know the war between Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Shit. EFT
compared to EFT.
Wait, you cannot compare those three games. Like, Call of Duty is different from Battlefield. It's like Battlefield is like sandbox game, and Call of Duty is like just shoot. And EFT is a tactical strategy game which you can get shot by hacker with like a headshot instantly.
Nice simulation.
No, I would draw a line between those three because those three are ego shooters. But on the arcade game side, there definitely is Call of Duty, and on the simulation type of ego shooter, there is EFT, and somewhere in between.
Hey, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and EFT are basically the same game. Not like, no, listen to me.
Nice comparison, okay. You're gonna be interested in that one.
They are really similar, but in PUBG you get like guns different every time, random, right? In EFT you get random guns too, but you can choose what you want and you can save those guns. In PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds you cannot save guns, but like you can customize them like almost the same, no?
No.
I get his point.
No.
It is very, it depends. In PUBG it depends on the map, what you get and what enemies have. And in EFT it's completely random who you get.
No.
So
those two games...
Scav mode.
No. You can compare PUBG and EFT better than comparing EFT with like Battlefield, because they're similar games, like simulation.
I would say PUBG is definitely closer to EFT as
yeah, that's what I meant.
Gameplay wise. Because in PUBG you have to find your weapons. In EFT you basically find or buy your weapons, and in Battlefield the only thing that stops you from having good weapon is leveling. It's not in comparison with... I mean, yeah, in EFT you have to do quests, you level as well, then you can buy better guns. But the basic aspect of the game, which is in-game running around and hoping you kill someone that has an amazing gun, is closer to the PUBG aspect than a Battlefield aspect, if you ask me.
Yeah. Where do you feel better? No. Where do you feel better? Killing a guy in Battlefield, where everybody can have like where everybody can buy cases and shit, I think, right? Cases with guns.
That's another thing, yeah.
Or somebody
with
can
gun
join
skins.
Yeah.
You have to unlock the gun, yeah.
Yeah. They can have good guns, yeah, every time. And in PUBG and Escape from Tarkov, you need to find them first, like to do something with. You can upgrade them, do anything you like with them.
In PUBG, while you play that one PUBG map, the gun really feels like it's yours.
Yeah.
You care for your gun. Same in EFT. In Battlefield, it's more like, I want to capture this flag, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Some things like that.
Yeah.
But the weapon relation itself is... in EFT closer to PUBG than to Battlefield. I agree with that.
Where do you feel worse? When you die like at the second place in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, right?
I mean, a big part because you feel like that is because in PUBG and in EFT you don't respawn.
Yes, no.
That's a big point.
Imagine this. Would you feel the same way if you died on the second place in PUBG and died near the exit point at DFT? Near those 2 points.
Yeah.
You would feel the same. And if you die in Battlefield, I just died, I just respawn. I have the same gun and shit, you don't lose anything.
I can totally understand you in that point. But the thing is, that's just one aspect of the game.
Yeah, the gameplay aspect is completely different though. That's true.
Yeah, in gameplay, PUBG is like play first person PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov has like leaning and shit like better than PUBG, but they have almost the same mechanics.
Kind of, yeah.
Never ever.
Yeah, but it's closer. Battlefield movement wise and weapon handling wise feels not as good as PUBG.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
So PUBG has it's closer to EFT than Battlefield is to EFT, if you can compare it anyway. But second comment, Seesaw Crisp, Battlefield for the win. It's like Minecraft though. I like the comparison. And Edip, when I buy a new AAA title, I feel like I bought a new car. I don't fully agree with that, Edip. I agree with it that you bought a car that is basically the same as the year before, but looks a little bit different. Because the thing is, AAA titles, so many AAA titles just get a reskin and not a fully new system. I mean, with follow-up titles, yes. But yeah, I don't feel like they put a lot of effort anymore in the games.
That's true, yeah.
I feel like you're buying a car without wheels because you will need to buy DLCs later on.
The wheels is the day one update because only then the car runs.
The thing is, guys, what is the latest really new game of a AAA producer? Not a successor of a series of games,
but a
like
completely new thing.
But a completely new thing.
Destiny 2. Destiny 2 on PC.
Destiny 2 is just a follow-up of Destiny 1. If the game has 2 in the title. I mean, for instance, the Crew 2 feels like a new game in comparison to the Crew 1. I can say that because there's much more to do and yeah.
Dishonored is still good. Dishonored, I beat Dishonored was a great idea, but they somehow ruined it on the second game. I don't know, optimization and shit. But AAA game developers don't do any new ideas. They do safe ideas to get money.
Yep.
And indie developers do everything like new to get traction and shit.
Yeah, indie developers have to try hard to get any attention of anyone. It's a really hard part for them, but when they pass this part, they are, successful.
For example, PUBG.
Yeah. PUBG
they made a great game, but then they somehow ruined it with Chinese people.
I told you, the Asian model of this guy, you have to remove it to have a good game. The Asian guy ruins it.
Chinese people started cheating and they didn't have like any anti-cheat systems intact, so the game was littered with Chinese cheaters.
That's true, yeah. The Asian servers were not playable. And then they had to put the focus on a lot of anti-cheat and... Look at For Honor, they tried something new and 90% of the player base left after the first week, said Edip.
What? I didn't see many videos about Dishonored, but the game was cool.
No, For Honor. For Honor.
For Honor.
He's talking about For Honor.
Oh, you mean the game with no servers? I brought it for the full price.
Another point, Seesaw Chris wrote, I think the latest AAA title with a new idea was Overwatch. Oh, For Honor. I have that
For
one.
For Honor, right?
Yeah, I mean, Overwatch was really a great aspect. It brought that skill-based things like MOBAs have, like League of Legends or whatever, into a shooter. Which was a good thing, if you ask me. To have that skill-based things, and it was a logical next step for things like, what is it called? Smite, the third-person MOBA games. I feel like this was the next logical step to have a first-person shooter with that abilities that is playable, is well balanced. As Overwatch is, except Bastion. But yeah.
Listen.
Oh, For Honor, I have that one, played it 1 hour if the servers worked.
Yes.
Yeah, servers is a big problem with For Honor.
They added servers to For Honor. They're doing the same thing as they did with Rainbow Six Siege. They're making the game good now, and then players are gonna start returning because Rainbow Six Siege is becoming more popular, like a lot more popular now.
Having a big curve up now,
Yeah. What do you want to talk about else?
Edip wrote, and I hate that it's just a scan, you get no advantage shit. If you buy something, I want to be stronger than the rest.
Well, that's
1
not
point,
good.
yes, 1 point, no. If you just add it like Need for Speed Payday,
Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
you have just a problem that everyone that just buys the game and wants to have a great experience get bashed by people that are sitting on money or have mama's credit card. So it's just a big disbalancing of the game. So I think the way League handles it with just optical improvements is the right way to go. And I really hate games like, what's it called, S4 League. I saw a video, she was bragging she's one of the best players in this fucking game. Yeah, because she fucking put 1,000 euros or something into that game just to be the best one. It has nothing to do with skill. Look at Star Wars The Old Republic. You can pay for advantages and it works really good. Maybe Atze has some insight there because I didn't play that one. Did you play that one?
I played it once, but only for a short time. It wasn't the kind of game I really wanted to play, to be honest. It's like
yeah, I can tell.
Warcraft
I didn't
in
try.
Star Wars things, but
Now the whole free to play and put money into it to have better stuff, or the whole I pay for a game and then I can even pay more to be better at the game is just bullshit in my opinion and destroys the whole gaming industry in some way.
yeah. One thing I want to say.
Yes.
We already had that point. Not every console is a bad console, yeah? Like, for Nintendo, yeah? You had the Nintendo Entertainment System, which was gaming system. Computer didn't have that, yeah? At this time, because there was no ability to get that speed, yeah?
Yeah, it
Play
was just
games.
too expensive.
Same for the NES2, the Super NES, yeah, it's called the N64, the Game Boy, and so on, yeah. Then came the PCs, then came PlayStation 2, etc. Yeah, and PC gaming was a thing at this time. So Nintendo was the only company who thought, what can we do to provide our console players with advantages or with new experiences they can't get with PCs.
Yeah, and that is gone. That is no longer here.
What can we do? Oh, release exclusives and then have money
No.
from fucking internet.
I'm talking solely about Nintendo here.
So,
They released the Nintendo Wii,
yeah.
which had a motion control and a pretty good working one.
And they released Wii U. That's the same shit. Woo!
The
That's not
tablet,
true.
the tablet controller had one big aspect, which is you can first play on the go, so to say, at least inside of your room. You can play in bed or whatever. But a big part was where I see the Wii U as a good one is things where touchscreen is really a good thing. Like if I played
It's
Monster
not
Hunter.
capacitive. It's
I
not
played-
capacitive on Wii U. So it's the hard pressing shit.
Yeah, I know.
Not
It's not the perfect solution, but I played Wii U at a market one day, and I played Monster Hunter there, and I love that feature that you have your inventory on your screen, and you just tap it to use it or equip it. That was a really cool feature, and I see it as well in games such as, I think it was some Party Pack for the Wii U, where 3 players played on the TV, and they were searching another player that was playing on the pad itself. So
Oh,
for
that's
such
nice.
things, it's really cool. For that, it was really a good aspect. But yeah, else it's another Nintendo product. It has exclusive games that are meant to be for families or for parties or whatever. Just that's why I see Nintendo as an own system. And if I talk about Xbox, I can talk about PS4 as well. It's the same thing, different exclusive titles. PS4 has now a VR headset, the Xbox don't. Okay, that's a big difference.
Oh,
That no one cares today, maybe in some years.
they can't
Because
even
the
hit 60
VR
FPS. They can't hit 60 FPS on all games. How will VR work on that?
The thing was, how they really marketed their VR headset well was HTC Vive, 90 Hz, Oculus Rift, 90 Hz. And they said, we have 120 Hz. That one was like, how do you get the power out of the PS4? It was wrong advertisement. They have 60 FPS on both eyes. That's, in their logic, 120 frames. Okay. Okay. That's not working like that, but okay. So they tricked a lot of people into very smooth things. But the thing is, they can really get those 60 FPS with the reason they save out on basically assets in the game. Just as the new Forza on the Xbox One X is 4K native, they say, and it's really 4K native. But on the PC, I have, if I do that corner, a big forest, and on the console I have one tree there. So that's how it works. That's how you get the FPS with the same quality, so they're just saving up drawing stuff and shit like that. So, I didn't pay a good chat thingy. As long as it doesn't abuse my experience, I'm not against it. Like Clash of Clans, I don't mind if someone puts so much money into the game. True. Cecil Crisport, in my opinion, what? I don't mind it for mobile games, but pay to win in PC games is a no. I agree there quite a bit. Because if I think about mobile games, I mean, it's getting better, but if I think about mobile games, it's things like Bejeweled or Farmville or whatever. Clash of Clans, yes. Just things that are optimized for touchscreen devices, which is a market that should exist. Because Angry Birds, ever tried it on PC? Don't. It sucks. I want to touch that bird. Yes, I want to touch birds. Clip that. Fuck you. But things like Bejeweled, so Match 3 games and Angry Birds are just optimized for touchscreen devices. And I think they should exist. Things like Asphalt 7 or what it's called, racing games on mobile with the tilt controls, okay. But don't come along with a fucking GTA, I don't know, Chinatown Wars with fucking tapping thing. Forget that. It works for PUBG. I didn't try Fortnite yet, but the PUBG mobile thing works. It's playable. And it's hilarious because everyone is so bad at it. But I could just, yeah, I could plug my mouse and keyboard into it. Then it would be a fair game for everyone. And yes, that's possible. You can play with controller, even keyboard and mouse, PUBG Mobile. Which makes the game perfect for everyone that plays it with touchscreen. Best decision ever. Hands up, Bluehole. Oh no, it's not Bluehole. Someone else made it for mobile. But I can't remember. But they optimized the same game that it's running on a mobile phone, and PUBG is still not running well on a PC. So, which is quite astonishable. Astonishable. What? Amazing.
Astonishing.
Yes, astonishable.
Shing.
Nah, astonishable. Oh, good.
But I want to go to more ecological arguments.
Yes.
That's one thing I really would like to consider, because, you know, consoles, they are cheaper than PC. Buy a PC for 400 euros and try to play BF1 on it.
Yep.
it won't work
You
if
will
you
have a hard
get
time.
new parts.
Yeah,
If you have used parts, it
Yeah.
could work.
definitely.
Yeah, but with new parts, it won't. Definitely.
Yeah.
So in terms of saving money, you really have a thing here.
Yeah, definitely. So there is a
If you
reason
buy
for
it
them
for
to
1 year.
exist.
If you
Well,
buy it for
Exactly,
1
that
year,
is the
don't-
point, because you don't have to put that much money in one moment on the ground with consoles. With PC, if I get a 600 PC, I will have the same performance as a 400 console. I mean, maybe not the Pro or the X, but already quite decent. I can play games on it. And to be honest, I catch up that amount of money if I have, let's say, 10 games and 1 year free internet. Or free online play. Then I already caught up those 200 euros. That's the point. Everyone is like, I have to pay 800 for that PC to have the same performance. Yeah, but you buy a console for 500 and play 3 games on it? No. You don't. You don't. And if you do, in the description, donate.tms-gaming.com. There is the money better used.
The thing is, on the one side, you have to say what happens with a console when it gets old.
You can kill
You
yourself.
have to throw it away.
Yeah. I mean, the point is there. You can.
Okay.
It's still reusable in a way, because smaller children might want to have a new console, and yeah, used parts go and go and go until someone throws it away, or sends it to Africa because they don't need water. They need fucking high performance gameplay. Eddie Boss, can I join the talk? I have like 10 to 20 minutes. The thing is, I wanted to have that, like, someone is calling and wants to tell us their view, but I didn't think about one thing, which is, if you join the call, all of the webcams are messed up. So I can't do that this stream. It's so stupid. Cecil Curtis wrote, I play only 4 games on my PS. It's still more than 3 though. And as well, donate.tms. PS4 exclusives. Okay. I mean, my brother has a PS4 as well. I think he plays some Japanese shit. I don't know how many different games there are. They look all the same to me, so I can't really judge. Because I'm just not into the weeb stuff. But yeah, he didn't even buy Crash Bandicoot, which was, why else do you have a PS4? But yeah, he plays Monster Hunter now and some exclusive stuff as well. He played Bloodborne and stuff like that. But on the other hand, the coolest thing, Crash Bandicoot was always a Sony exclusive title. Guess what's coming on July 27th or something? Right, Crash Bandicoot for Switch and even PC. So Sony is losing their exclusive licenses as well.
I wondered why you didn't talk about Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
I can talk about Monster Hunter as well, but
there is a PC port coming.
Yes, it's the same thing as always. Oh look, we have a new exclusive title. We will talk in 6 months. We will have a game that has less bugs because you all wanted to beta test it. Thank you very much. Probably better performance, better quality because we can use it. But yeah, I mean, do I want to play a bugged game that maybe has big server problems the first few months to have it 1 month earlier that's working? I don't care. Someone tells me a new Monster Hunter is coming, I don't care. They get it in March, I'm like, woo, yes! This fall, fuck yeah. I don't care that you got it earlier. Enjoy it, have fun. But don't come with those damn quality comparisons. This is it on PS4 and this is on PC, and the PC one is just a black screen. That's not funny. Because we can do that with over 3,000 fucking games. Not counting those small indie titles or flash games or whatsoever. These are games that are... I mean, my Steam library has definitely 100 PC exclusive titles. I just have 200 games for PC. Just.
I open a free tab. I open free games tab in my fucking browser, and I have exclusives all the way through.
Yeah.
Go play Flash games and shit. Exclusives.
Yeah. Cecil's Chris wrote, I buy Monster Hunter for PC too. I hope I can import my character. I mean, yeah, if you're hard grinding a game and you want to have an early thing and you already have the console, because why not? Then sure. I mean, Monster Hunter will be a great game. And if you buy it for 60 or if you buy it 2 times for 110 or something. I mean, Microsoft handles that better again, because if I buy what I did, Forza 7 Motorsport, no, I didn't do it yet. Whatever. And if you buy it for, I think the price is 60 euros, then you can play it on your Microsoft account, no matter if PC or console. I just buy it for one thing. Sony does that as well, but with their stuff. So many games are buy it and you can play it on PS4 or on PS Vita. I'm like, you can do that anyhow with their remote play system. So, nice marketing. As I think this is all moving towards the big developers are fucking ass, get DLCs and just want to have the money, and the more recent players in that area, I would say, are trying to get many people onto different platforms as well, not just one platform, and they try to just merge the whole community, which is a good thing, as long as mobile doesn't get it. Yeah, I don't know why I'm mocking mobile players all the time. I'm sorry. I said there's a reason for you to exist, which is you breathe our air.
What do you mean? Let's Razer phone, 120 Hz monitor on a Razer.
Yeah, the Razer phone is cool. My brother has it and he already broke the glass. I have about 200 hours in Monster Hunter on PS4. Don't really want to start new, but in the other Monster Hunter it was possible to. Yeah. They always did a lot to make it possible to import stuff. That's true. I'm waiting for this game so hard. Monster Hunter will be great.
I wasn't finished with my argument from before.
Yes. Argument. Do it.
The thing is, the one thing is, you can't upgrade a console. Yeah? One big.
Yeah, you can. You buy a new one.
Yeah, you can upgrade a console. You can add more storage space, that's it.
No, you buy a new one.
You buy a new one, yes. That's the upgrade.
But that's not an upgrade.
Well, did you mean PS normal PS4 is not an like PS Pro is not an upgrade from PS4?
It is, but it's not the same thing.
yeah, a $400 upgrade. Oof.
Wait, let me get a small console peasant argument here. Not all console players are peasants, but people that say something like this are peasants. If PC is so good, where is PC 2? Just the moment someone says that and you're like, should I get the rope or what is he saying? But Atze, you want to continue your discussion?
Yeah, okay, do your stuff.
Yeah. The next thing is, I can upgrade a PC, buy new components. There was a time where a console could be upgraded.
Nintendo.
The Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
You could buy this video memory expansion pack. And I got it on day one, to be honest. But that's an old idea, which is just awesome.
Yeah.
You have like a new console and just put in one little piece of resources, just one little piece of plastic and metal in it,
yeah.
and you have like a new experience.
Yeah.
But they don't make consoles like that now.
The thing is, the first time the PS4 Pro was announced, it was called, what was it called? Project Morpheus? No, Morpheus was the Xbox. Whatever. In the first moment, people thought that this is the time where you plug something into your PS4 and you get more power, like VGA extension or whatever. But they changed that in the last few seconds. There was the plan actually to have just an expansion pack for the PS4, but they didn't do it. Cecil Crisp just wrote, well, you can tape a GeForce GTX 1080 Ti onto your PS4, but I don't think it will work. It will work, but not that well.
It would work. It would work because, as I said before, PCs don't differ that much, or consoles don't differ that much in terms of architecture.
And there are those PCs. External graphic cards thingy that work with...
the Thunderbolt thingies.
Exactly. And it would work with console as well if someone would fucking write a driver for it.
You just need to support one fucking Thunderbolt check.
Yeah, you could extend everything.
My
new
God.
GPU, new graphics card, new RAM, everything would be possible. But they don't care because they don't make enough money with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just hate it. Next argument in terms of ecology is I can do more things with a PC than I can do with a console. The first main argument of the PC Masterrace was, but can you Google things? Yeah.
The damn browsers came that didn't work.
And then browsers came to consoles. But they don't even have Flash support. You have to write a YouTube app. You can't watch YouTube on your PS4 browser.
It works now because they
updated
the browsers to HTML5. And YouTube uses that, so now it's working. But for a long time it was not possible, yeah? You could read your news on your console. How fucking practical is that? Oh look, I have a smartphone! What type of reason is that to buy a console to read the news on your fucking screen, on your TV? And people really argue with that. They really be like, I don't use my console just for gaming, I use it to watch the news.
Oh, what? You mean type? What? Like how did they type? Do you have a keyboard to type, huh?
I mean, they have
oh no! Oh no!
I mean, the PS4 controller has this touch grid thing, which works okay. But yeah, it's just not made for that. A console is really made just for gaming. Maybe some browsing or watching YouTube now, but that's it. There's no really... And... Please, you can't argue with that console, guys. It's just made for that.
That's not true. That's just not true. Why shouldn't be consoles for doing office things too? Simple.
They could be. They could be used for that. But then you would call it a PC.
Oh yes, because it would have more functionality.
I mean, if they would bring out an app for PlayStation and for Xbox that is called Microsoft Office, okay, sure.
Actually, there is something like that for mobile phones.
Yeah, for mobile phones there is, because a mobile phone still has, you can take it around and you have that mobile factor. But a console is just as restricted as a PC. And don't say now something like a PC is much bigger, because nowadays you can build much power in small space. That's what PlayStation and Xbox does. So.
It's not advisable.
It's not advisable, yeah, that's true. Micro ITX stuff is... I mean, it's cool if you go to a lot of LANs or something, then it's definitely cool, but... I don't see the point.
It's only cool if you live in a cold country where you can put your PC outside, so it doesn't melt.
A laptop is mobile too, though. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but
a laptop is harder to carry around than a mobile phone. At least right now. Maybe we go even more into the direction of mobile phones need to be bigger and bigger. Which is a lovely thing, because if you have a look at it, back then we have huge phones, then they went smaller, smaller, smaller. The screen's still fucking small. And then it started. The moment internet porn came out, the devices got bigger and the bigger screen came. The screen was bigger and bigger and bigger.
Internet porn was before mobile phones?
Yeah, but the time when internet porn came out was the BlackBerry time, and BlackBerry already had a bigger screen. For obvious reasons.
Okay.
No, it's lovely. Wait, I searched the meme.
But next thing is, with a PC, I mean, it's hard. It's really hard sometimes to get your work-life game balance if you have
I found it.
your games and your work on one thing.
Yep.
Like, I built my PC for two things. I wanted to develop things or software on it, which processes a high throughput of data, and I wanted to play on it.
Yep.
And that's a thing. You can't work on a console.
Yep.
That's the next thing.
I'm gonna paste the image in here real quick.
Okay.
It's so fucking cool.
Oh my god. Look at the stream. Look at the stream.
Didn't see it. Oh! No. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, never mind. So this is the meme I was talking about. Wait, can I make it bigger?
Okay. Yeah, I know that already.
Yeah, we realize we can see porn in the mobile. Just perfect. Just fucking perfect. So what was the topic? I forgot.
PCMR versus...
not the whole topic, the last thing we talked about.
I said that a PC is more generalistic. You can work on it. You can play on it.
Yep.
You can do so much more than you can do with
just a console.
With a console.
That's true.
Even, you know, everybody's talking about voice is the new touch. Windows? I don't want to say it because I hate Cortana. But Windows really did a thing with that.
Yeah. They implemented it well. I mean, have a look at the new announced Google Assistant. It's incredible. Like they really with natural language processing they can do so much now, and especially the Google Duplex thing is a little bit. I'm scared of it actually, because you can just tell your fucking assistants, please get me an appointment for the barbershop. And the Google Assistant will call the barbershop. And no, you don't fucking know that's a fucking assistant and not a real human. And that is really scaring me. I mean, it's awesome, cool. It's amazing to see what technology can do nowadays, but this is scary. This is really scary.
We weren't the only ones who were concerned about that. And they already announced that that this Google Assistant will tell that it's an AI and not a human being.
Yeah, and as far as I heard, they're gonna add the new text-to-speech and natural language processing way before Duplex is coming out, and you will be able to disable Duplex, so there's really no call getting out, and you can do it with permissions on the phone anyhow. You just say your Google Assistant can't use the phone, how should he call someone? Except Skype. Yeah, I would say we do a small break here.
Yeah.
And afterwards we will definitely find some more topics to talk.
Okay,
I would say we do...
have keys to my house.
Kill yourself.
I will.
Good, do that. Good. Then we see us after a short break. Around 5 minutes or something like that. Bye bye. So, welcome back, guys, to today's TMS Talk. Topic, PC Masterrace VS Console. And we already talked quite much. By the way, Atze is here and Overdose is here. Over there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, yeah, the break we were talking a little bit about what we could finish up the stream with, or which topics we will have until we are done. And Atze brought up the thing about VR.
Yeah.
I think VR is an interesting topic because it's a market that started, has some success, but a big point is the price.
That's true, definitely.
Which is very, very high. I mean, it's getting better. I mean, you can get now a Vive for $6.99, an Oculus for $5.99, and PSVR is even on $3.99, if I'm right. Could be that I'm a little bit off, but just around that. Yeah, I mean, for many people that have a console, a PS4 in particular, PSVR is for sure a gift of heaven, because they can experience VR. But yeah, I think it's a good point of introducing the mass to VR. But it should not... I don't feel like PSVR should represent VR in a big way, so to say. Because, yeah, I mean, you are in the world. That's the main part about VR, but if you look at the Vive or Oculus as well now, you can move in that world. You can interact with stuff in that world. And that's a little bit... I mean, it's there with the PlayStation as well, but not with that precision. It still feels like a game, because just the power is not there as well. The console
you can fall over things lying around in your room.
like me, I played, now it's called Sports Bar VR, where you can play billiard or pool or whatever it's called. The first thing I did was, there is no real table, there is no real table. 5 minutes later, I leaned on that virtual table and fall on my face. But my VR headset is fine. Which speaks positively about the HTC Vive. It's resistant. Overdose, did you already have any experience with VR? Or are you even interested in VR?
Microsoft VR.
Yeah, the mixed reality stuff. You
No,
have
it's
one
like
or did you just try it?
Now I'm gonna buy that shit. It's like 200 for a VR set. And you don't need anything to set up on the room. You have 2 controllers.
Yeah.
But it's just shitty if you move your hands backwards and keep them
exactly.
there.
If your hands go out of view, then it can't track it anymore. That's a big negative point, but on the other hand, the price is perfect.
Yeah, boy.
You can either use it with your mobile phone, or I think there are as well already solutions for PC as well. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the tracking is not as precise as Vive, for instance, but I would say the HTC Vive is the top end of VR right now. It's just...
Yeah, but Microsoft VR has more than the default version of Vive, I think. Right?
What
base version.
You cut off a little bit there.
No. Some version is launching another VR headset, like upgrade with higher resolution and shit.
Yeah, Vive Pro.
Because of Microsoft. Because Microsoft released a better VR headset, like resolution-wise.
Yep, it's higher resolution. Atze, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. The thing is, why I talked about with you in the break about VR is the thing that VR's the future. That's a fact. In some kind of way. Okay, I was... now I'm back, I think.
No, you weren't muted. We heard you.
Okay.
Weird.
It was just a video. Okay. It's the future. You can't say something against that.
It's definitely a part of the future in some way, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The thing is, what what's the difference between the PS and the Xbox and the consoles made by Nintendo?
Nintendo has more exclusives.
Can I talk, please?
Yes.
The thing is, what really makes Nintendo good is that they always have new ideas for interactions with their console. And that's the same thing with VR. That's a new way of interaction with your PC or console or stuff.
I agree, yes.
It's a new type of immersion.
You can touch the things you always saw on your limited screen. And you can feel depth better, and there's so many aspects that just makes VR really connecting to the game instead of just playing a game. That's a good point.
I was really disappointed when I thought about that Nintendo or the other console manufacturers did not come with that idea in the first place. It was an idea of HTC.
Yeah.
Or
which basically
Oculus.
have nothing to do with gaming. HTC at least. They just saw that future coming, that there can be changes made to the way we play or the way we feel content.
And that's one thing why what Nintendo just did wrong here.
I mean, you should not forget if you talk about I mean, I'm full on your side. Why did not things like Xbox or Sony came up with the idea of VR? That's a true point. Because they... I mean, maybe it's too strong to say that, but they don't really care for innovation. Because it's working for them like that, and why would I put more effort into it when it's working? I mean, that would be their logic, I would say. I mean, would be logic of a lot big businessmen that don't care about anything anymore. But I would let Nintendo out of that equation, because Nintendo actually had 1989 a thing called Virtual Boy, which was basically the first ever VR headset. I mean, it was red and black. It was 2.5D-ish. It sucked compared to today. For back then, it was amazing. But they didn't put out the stuff for it, really. It was just like two screens in front of your face. You can feel differently about a game, but the whole interaction thing was not there. Which,
can you show a video of that?
A Virtual Boy, yes, I think I should find one. Virtual Boy YouTube.
It only had two colors, I think, red and
black, yeah.
And when you played with it for more than an hour, you would get headaches and shit.
Yeah, because the resolution was bad, and I don't want to set up the watch together thing right now, so maybe
it's
just
a 2D,
watch the
imagine
stream.
this. It's a 2D game put on your screen like this.
Yeah, it was 2.5D-ish. They could access both screens differently, but they didn't really use it in a 3D manner in that way.
Yeah.
But if you look now at the stream, I will start it in a second. But this is original footage of the Virtual Boy from late 90s, early 2000s. So this game is now from 59, but there's no sound. Okay, good. Push start button. Push it. For fuck's sake, I want to see the game. Station's gone. So it was a very simplistic thing. It was, I said, 2.5D-ish, so there were some like depth things to it. But it was actually a device you put on your eyes and you see it in, this big spaceship here would be a little bit lower than your actual shooting spaceship and stuff. So you would have like a 3D aspect in that. You could feel it a little bit that there is something new to it than just the screen right in your face. But yeah, they didn't use the 3D aspect in a way that it would be good. I mean, back then, tracking of such devices and so on was hardly possible, I would say. I mean, I had a look at an article 2002 where they actually achieved something like a VR headset with space tracking. Look, it's far from perfect, but very, very early days they already had basically the beginning of the tech to do that. But yeah, Nintendo just didn't market it right. I mean, there are other things like, wait a second, Mario Tennis, for instance, which used that 3D aspect more. 8-bit sound. Which more used that 3D aspect or 2.5D aspect by just having a 3D tennis game, basically.
Everybody silent? Or are you watching a video?
Look at the stream over there.
I'm playing card game.
Yeah, I think we get the point. So, so they tried to get that tech into there somehow, but just because, yeah, I mean, there were those problems like, I mean, red is very aggressive for the eyes. So green or blue might have been better. But yeah, they tried their best, but there was no way of head tracking or something back then. It was basically 2D screens forming a 3D world, and they tried to put the camera in a view that it makes sense to be a 3D game. But yeah, they tried their best, and they couldn't make it a big thing. There were just a few things sold, because especially the price was pretty high, which is, I think, obvious. But they tried. At least they tried. They saw, okay, there and there is the problem. And I guess the Virtual Boy was a big inspiration for things like Oculus as well. Because they basically didn't come up with the idea of VR. But they just took the idea from Nintendo, okay, I can be in a game. And then they thought further and were like, okay, what if I can move in this game? What if I can interact with the world in the game and not just watch? And that's basically how the whole thing started. But yeah, it's very weird that Sony or Microsoft did not come up with VR in the first place. I mean, PlayStation did even the weirdest thing and was like, oh, they have VR goggles, we're gonna do that as well. Maybe even weirder is Xbox thing, which is like, okay, we don't have VR goggles, but maybe Oculus wants us, maybe we can support them.
Or Microsoft VR?
Yeah, the mixed reality
Xbox?
things was good. So I guess that is the point why Xbox or why Microsoft didn't follow up the thing with partnership with Oculus and stuff like that, because they already have for other Microsoft products their mixed reality things, which has a lot of cool features, to be honest. Mixed reality, like they do it, is pretty cool. It was a big point I was very disappointed at with the HTC Vive was why only one camera in the front? You have two, you could even have a 3D thingy and you can use it for AR as well. Basically you would have a mixed reality headset instead. Oculus did the exact opposite. They were like, why even put one camera there? And that's why many Oculus players are hurt, because there are no things like, yeah, chaperone system or a quick look what is going on around. That was a big negative point as well. Why I said I wanna rather have a Vive than a fucking Oculus. Although the picture is said to be a little bit better on the Oculus, but who the fuck cares? I wanna be in the game, not fucking, oh look, there is 1 pixel more, ha ha ha. or the green pixel is actually more green. I mean, like colorblind people would care, right? Yeah, but it's really a weird development that went through VR, but it's here now. And it's getting more and more affordable over time as well. which is pretty nice to see. But yeah, Facebook is talking like AR is the new VR. Yeah, they would like to have that run through the room and microtransaction there, microtransaction over there. They would love to have that. While you wait for your farm on your bed, you can go to the desk, buy a shovel for €5 and make a new place for your crops. I mean, The Simpsons fucking predicted it anyhow. with the Oculus advertisement with Farmville. With actual hardware with a shovel and stuff. I love that. I love that scene. So good. But yeah. Good. Do we have anything else? Yeah, that's it.
Maybe it's time for one last topic before we end the stream.
Okay.
What do you think is the future of consoles versus the future of PCs?
That's a perfect topic. If you ask me personally, I see it currently like that. Microsoft will be a big thing. Like, the next Xbox won't be an Xbox anymore. They will just have the same architecture, everything just basically like pre-built PCs. But for cheaper money, because they make that in a big series. So like pre-built PCs, but there's only 1 or 2, 3 models, something like that. Sony, on the other hand, Sony, if you're watching, get your shit together, seriously. They have no good aspect anymore to be a good console. Honestly, they have good now. God of War, great. I won't buy a console because of one game. And if God of War would see that the sailing numbers of PlayStation is going down, they wouldn't do an exclusive game for PS4 anymore. And then is the point where Sony will die. I mean, Sony console-wise. I mean, they still have PCs and washing machines. Yeah, stuff they can do. Whatever, I don't even know exactly. Mobile phones, photo... They have a lot of things. They don't care if they die. They get a lot of money out of the console sector, but... yeah, you can clearly see they don't... I mean, the last big thing was PSVR, yes. And Sony has a lot of experience as well with PlayStation 1. I mean, Xbox as well, yes. But Sony back then tried to get the best out of the consoles, and I just don't see that anymore. I mean, on the other hand, the market is more like more power, more power, more power. And then the console guys buy the new PS4 Pro because of the graphics. And then if we ask them, why do you play console? PC has nicer graphics. The answer will be, we don't care about graphics. But you need a Pro? Makes not much sense to me, honestly.
I think they added higher resolution in the Pro version, right?
Yeah,
only
just
higher resolution.
I think even the CPU is the same, as far as I know. So
It's
the only
maybe
aspect
better.
between Pro and not Pro is graphics. And still they tell us they don't care about graphics. I don't believe them anymore, I'm sorry.
One thing
Nintendo
I want to throw in here.
Yeah, sure.
One thing I want to throw in here is... actually, I've come... I'm streaming since 3 months, maybe? With TMS guys, or
TMS Guys.
with you, with the
Longer
TMS
than
guy.
Overdosed.
And in the beginning I thought, what could I do? What could I play? And there were 2 games from the Nintendo 64 I would really love to stream, because not because of graphics, but because of the gameplay.
Yeah.
And that's a thing I'm really missing in nowadays. I don't care about consoles or PC. It's about the producers of the game.
About the games itself, yeah.
And they get worse and worse and worse, because there is no kind of...
They don't have to prove a point anymore. They just be like, we have that, it works fine. Look, now it's
no
First World War. Yeah, exactly.
There's no diversity in gameplay.
Yeah.
It's just ego shooter, MOBA, maybe as a new kind of gameplay, I don't know, the Battle Royale games, which don't have to be an ego shooter because you can play it in third person too. And,
Fortnite,
yeah. And then you have those like civilization games.
Real-time strategy
SimCity,
stuff.
yeah, RTS. And that's the 3 remaining big players.
Yeah, maybe sport, or yeah, let's take racing games into sport as well. Then I would say such things as FIFA, Formula 1, racing, in particular Need for Speed, which you get shittier and shittier. The Crew 2 will be probably quite cool. But yeah, you're right. The whole genres are getting more specific. Like
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't want a game where you should rape women. I don't want that kind of gameplay.
Nice gameplay.
It's
IGN 10 out of 10.
existing, but that's already existing, by the way.
Sex Villa? What?
No, there was a game banned in most of countries in the late 90s.
Are you talking about Postal?
Where your own where your only goal was to rape women.
Ooh!
Best game. Best game. I see so Crisp just wrote, I want that.
Oh, was it the Nintendo game with like a cowboy? Or no? I saw something. Wait, I showed the graphics.
Okay. But yeah, the games are getting more specific and more specific all the time. Like shooter, you can basically say everything is a little bit like Call of Duty or Battlefield. Racing, yeah, there's rally, there's sim racing, there's street racing, there's a lot of that.
Oh, the game I meant is called Rape Play.
Okay. See, so Chris, get your notepad and write it down. Nah, but it's always, there is not much innovation anymore. There is... Cecil Crisp wrote, thank you. I mean, Battle Royale was a new kind of genre in the way that it's a more specific gameplay than just I shoot others and done. And EFT is one of the most realistic shooters ever, so big props to them as well. This is something outstanding as well. It's not just their mediocre default shooter game.
Keep vibe.
Keep vibe. But there are less and less more... I mean, you can see it in the indie developer scene that people are really caring for having new experiences. Like implementing things like eye tracker for puzzle games or whatever. They try to be innovative because they need to. Because else no one will see them. But the big AAA... It's just one game after another. It's the same. Maybe a little bit reskinned. Maybe like in Fortnite, yeah, you can build stuff there. Ooh, you merge PUBG with Minecraft. Is it innovative? Nah, it's still Battle Royale. I mean, it has some cool aspects to it that give more strategy-wise decision making, but it's still Battle Royale. It's not a new genre. It's not Fortnite genre.
One of the games I really have to honor here is Undertale.
Didn't play that.
Because
I mean, I know what it is.
You have to. You have to. It's not a game in this.
Oh, it's a Telltale
as we
thingy,
know it,
right?
Yeah, it's a Telltale thingy plus MMORPG elements, but not in a kind you would think of.
Okay.
I don't want to tell more about this game because I would spoil you.
Okay.
But I can really say, buy that game and you will be mindfucked.
Okay.
You will be totally mindfucked by a game which could be from 1980. Graphics-wise and story-wise, it's better than our AAA title.
Sounds good.
Because
Sounds good.
there is a level of immersion you don't expect. And I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I really can't tell you. I don't want to spoil you. I want you to be mindfucked as I was.
Yeah, so to sum things up, in my opinion, future of gaming slash PC slash console is PC parts will be produced as it is right now, because basically in the console there is nothing else than PC parts that are just optimized in a certain combination plus software optimization. But yeah, PC will continue to throw out things, or not PC, AMD, Nvidia, Intel, you know what I mean. It will continue to throw stuff out, and consoles will more and more be like a small, compact, pre-built PC. I don't think that Sony will or can continue with their exclusive game idea. I mean, they will try it. But the moment this goes wrong, it will go terribly wrong for them. Because, I mean, yeah, they have another point, the cheap VR system, good. But VR gets cheaper and cheaper. And someday they can't make it cheaper anymore. And then there is not a single reason anymore to buy a PlayStation. And the Xbox is, it feels more and more like a small brother to the PC. It's more connected to the PC than ever. Back then it was really Xbox, and Xbox 360 was really just, it was a console, but now more and more you can see the merge to a bigger Microsoft platform.
The merge.
The merge. I don't have merge, but if I have some, you can try merge.tms. And I think Nintendo will carry on, and everyone will be like, they can't bring anything new, but they will always find a new way to present gaming as it is and find new ways of interacting with it. And I think Nintendo will be the next big company that will have VR. I mean, they were already talking about with that Labo things that you can use your Nintendo Switch basically as a VR headset.
That was one of the greatest ideas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like the Google Cardboard stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of that. And it's even made from cardboard because it's Labo. So I like that. It brings more. I mean, everyone is like, yeah, Nintendo games, major or adult consumers, not that much. But hey, we were all building back then Lego, and it feels like building with Lego and stuff with Labo and such things. I mean, I was 16 when I played Minecraft. And now everyone is like, what, you're 14 and you still play Minecraft? What the fuck? I mean, it was just bringing out the child of me. Because it's just more this child aspect, this exploring, trying things out, and I love that Nintendo is continuing doing that. I mean, for sure, a big audience of them are children, but now with the Switch, which is pretty expensive compared to other DS or whatsoever, it's more like mid-age, or mid-age, define mid-age, in the late 10s, early 20s and stuff. That's like the start of Nintendo right now with the new console, and it's still working, although it's content that probably a 12-year-old would enjoy as much as we do. So it's
what's
working.
the problem with that?
That's not a problem, that is the thing. Many people see it as a problem, because, yeah, if you go back to the aspect console peasants, my PS3 is much better than your Xbox 360, and Nintendo only makes child content anyhow. I mean, what kind of argument is that? People like different things.
You can play Silent Hill on the 3DS too.
Yeah, right. Call of Duty as well. I think on every DS platform there's a Call of Duty. It's not just that, but they have that stuff as well that is just not existing with other platforms. Or not many platforms. Maybe some PC things still have those just indie games that work with childs as well as with adults. But Nintendo does great things there. I mean, on the first watch, it is. If you play shooters all day and someone shows you their Nintendo Switch, people would probably be like, I should play that child shit. But the moment they try it, they will play it and love it. I mean, it's our childhood somewhere. I mean, Pokemon, the new Pokemon will be nothing better or greater than older Pokemon. But just remembers of that. Just the franchise thingy or memories in childhood. I mean, probably it will be 3D and...
Pokemon doesn't get better. Gets worse.
Yeah,
just
that's
because
true.
of one thing.
Because we are used to...
Develop over 700 Pokemon.
Yeah, they have to get worse.
But
I mean, not the content.
Any good ideas anymore.
Yeah, but I don't mean really the content, which Pokemons are there, but the way Pokemon games work. They are not getting better, they're not really getting worse. They get more cooler aspects since we have networking and stuff like sharing Pokemon and things like that, but the base construct of Pokemon will always be the same and still people will run for the new Pokemon. Just as Apple users run for the new iPhone 11, that will be the fucking same as the 10. But still people run for that because... Yeah, okay, with Apple it's not childhood feelings, it's more like retarded feelings, I would say. Not going into that topic, maybe another day. But it still keeps us there. I mean, if there would be a new part of Crash Bandicoot with the old style, we would love that. Because we played Crash Bandicoot back then. I mean, the remake is exactly the same, better graphics, but I can't wait for it. It's just the best game ever. And Monster Hunter is as well this era of my first portable platform where I played on the PSP, Monster Hunter Ultimate. And just bring those feelings back. Monster Hunter was a cool game back then and just have to try the new one and hopefully they don't wreck it. And there are just some small, not small, but a few franchises where I don't feel like it, which is currently Call of Duty gets more shit and Need for Speed is just going the wrong way. So that's things where I say, this was my childhood, but I don't care anymore. Bye bye. Or Call of Duty, not really childhood, I was 14. Still can't imagine how the cashier was believing me that I'm 18.
Hey, keep Underground 2 remake, please.
Yeah. If Underground 3 is coming, I would probably buy it blind and then be disappointed as always from EA. But yeah.
Nope, I wouldn't do that.
I see so Chris said Black Ops 4 revealed, by the way. You mean gameplay wise? Because Black Ops 4 it's already known for a long time this is Black Ops. But I love it. Black Ops 2, it's to the border of too futuristic. Cool! Black Ops 3, 2100. Black Ops 4 probably in the year 5000 or something. I don't want to know. I mean, the good thing with Black Ops 3 was Nazi zombies. Wow! Nazi zombies in the future. I mean, worst...
In Germany.
Somehow the worst idea that makes no sense, but it worked. Or kinda worked. But yeah. Anyone want to talk about another topic or
Nah.
we stayed like that? Overdose, why you no talk?
I've been playing a card game. Ooh! Multitasking on a computer, oh my god!
Nice last argument. But yeah. So there are, to sum it up, definitely reason for both systems to exist because of simplicity, but yeah, as we talked about the future, I don't think it will keep on like that because the arguments are getting less and less for a thing that is explicitly called a console. Because it's basically a PC. It's a pre-built PC for masses. And all of that exclusive title thing won't help. And I mean, look at Steam machines, they're already having console PCs. I mean, they're
No, they
fucking
failed.
expensive.
They failed.
Yeah, they failed because they're fucking expensive. But it
Yeah.
would be the same. It has the advantages of a console, but has the
Wait.
power of a PC, including multitasking, working, etc., etc.
What do you think about Intel and AMD partnering up to create a computer?
It's an interesting
Intel
part.
Arc or something with like Intel's processor but AMD graphics on the same chip. Oof.
APU seems like an interesting thing. I think they can put out, I mean, we already saw it, they have a APU twice as big as a CPU, and they have the power of an Intel i7 7th generation, and the graphics power of a AMD Vega 64, so astonishing what they can get out of that small fucking part. But on the other hand, what if the gaming industry stops saying we need better graphics because it doesn't matter anymore? If they go more in a simulation way. I just want to upgrade my CPU. Or if maybe they don't use more CPU anymore, but they have better graphics, I just want to upgrade my graphics card. So, it's... I mean, the working together of CPU and GPU is in an APU astonishing, because they have shared everything. There's a more direct access to all the functions of this thing. Which is a great thing. On the other hand, with a new PCI Express generation, which is even faster, you would probably have the same speed. Because if they can do it on a small scale, they probably can do it on a bigger scale as well. Maybe they need some transmitters to reinforce the signal again or whatever, but I think it's possible. But yeah. Good. Any more
Very
questions in the chat? Any more ideas, opinions? If no, thank you all for watching. I hope you liked the first TMS podcast talk thing with me, Atze, and Overdosed. Be sure to write down in the comments or in the chat if you're fast enough what topic you would be interested in. What we could talk about. And yeah, I will try to do the next podcast with this caller function so people can join in voice chat as well. To just give us impressions like talk shows have calling participants and stuff like that. So yeah. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like. If you don't, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the channel of the other twos as well. Don't forget that. Yeah, Atze is smiling. He knows what up. He knows what up. Overdose be like, is he talking about me?
I didn't sleep for a month now. Fuck off.
Then you should get started again. Good. Thank you all for watching. We guys see us in the next TMS Talk. Any other stream, any other video. Or, yeah, something else that I care or you care about. Bye bye, guys.
See ya, guys.